Hi guys, welcome to Cheryl's Home Cooking.
Welcome to Cheryl's Home Cooking, and today what I'm going to show you is how I make my Sonic ocean water cookies. So let's get started. The first thing that you'll need is one package of the Sonic ocean water gelatin. It's a 6.5 cup serving, so it's 3.94 ounce. You'll need 2.5 sticks of butter at room temperature, 2 eggs at room temperature, 1 2/3 cup of white sugar, 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of salt. And you'll preheat your oven to 350. So now I'll start mixing everything together. So in my mixing bowl, I'll place the 2.5 sticks of butter. So into the mixer it goes. Now I'll take my 1 2/3 cup of sugar and I'll mix this all together until it's well blended. I'll put my attachment on. You want to scrape down your sides. These cookies are good. Now I'll turn my mixer back on. Now I'll add in my 2 eggs. My eggs were added in. Now you want to scrape down the sides. Make sure everything's well blended. Then you'll add in the rest of your ingredients. Now I'll add in the baking soda, the salt, the flour, and of course, the 1 package of the Sonic ocean water gelatin. I'll place my baking soda in the flour and the salt and gradually add that into the mixture, and then I'll open up my package of the Sonic ocean water gelatin and add that in. Before I add the rest of the flour, I'm going to add in the Sonic ocean water gelatin. Now I'll add in the rest of the flour. You want to scrape down the sides. Now I'll turn my mixer off, remove my attachment and scrape the bowl. I'll take the dough off the attachment. You'll drop this cookie dough by spoonfuls on your baking sheet, but you want to line it with parchment paper. So now I'll scrape my bowl, scrape the bottom, making sure everything is mixed good. Now I'll get my spoons and drop the mixture by tablespoons onto my cookie sheet. Then I'm going to line with parchment paper.
Look how yummy it looks.
This is what the cookie dough should look like.
And it looks so yummy.
Woohoo! I'm going to try placing the mixture in my cookie rings. This is a 3 1/4 inch cookie ring. I'll try it with and without. So I'll line it up on my parchment paper.
Let's see. Can I have some cheesy chips?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
What I'm doing is flattening it out in the cookie ring. So what I did is just put enough in there and then just flattened it out. Mia wants some chocolate morsels in there, so I'm going to put a couple mini morsels in there, but you don't have to. So just kind of press in the mini morsels. So I'll continue on with the rest. I'll put 8 rings on this baking sheet and I'll fill them up. So just place it in your cookie ring, flatten it out. That was about 1 tablespoon. I'll do these cookies for Mia. So I'm just kind of tapping the morsels into the cookie mixture. So you can see the size that I'm taking on my tablespoon. Just dropping it in and flattening it. So this is what they look like. So I'm just tapping the morsels in. You don't have to put the morsels in, but Mia wanted them. So I'll do one in my cookie rings and then one without. And you'll place these in your 350-degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. It may have to be just a little bit longer for the cookie rings. So now I'll fill up this parchment paper. So I'm taking it by tablespoons, placing it on my parchment paper, and I'll just flatten it a little bit. I'll leave these without the morsels. So just take your clean fingers, pat it down a little bit. So I'm just patting it down. So into the oven they go. Oven's at 350 and 10 to 12 minutes. I'll check on them, see how they're doing. Oh yeah, look at. I think I prefer the cookie rings. You can see it here where it spreads out and where they kind of stay uniform here. I think I'll make the rest with the cookie rings. Once I take the cookies out of the oven, I'll place them on my wire rack, and then I'll continue on with the rest. This is what's left of the cookie dough. It's time to take the cookies out of the oven. You can see how big they spread out. You can make these cookies smaller. Instead of using a tablespoon, I guess use a teaspoon and a half. You can see this one turned just a little bit too much, but it'll still be good. So I'll let them cool. So now I'll place my cookie rings on the parchment paper. I have 8 rings on here. I'll drop some of the mixture in. Take my finger and flatten it out. So it's 1 tablespoon that I'm placing in there. These cookies will rise, so you don't want to put much in there. Mia wanted morsels, so I'm going to put some morsels on there. You don't have to. So I'm just tapping the morsels in, and these are the mini morsels. I'll continue on with the rest. You can see how they look once you flatten them out. Now I'll continue with filling the rest of the cookie rings. So just drop it in and flatten it with your finger or fingers. So now I'll place this in my oven. So into the oven it goes. And this is what the cookies look like using the cookie rings. I would put probably less than a tablespoonful in the cookie rings because they really rose up. So now I'll let them cool. Now it's time to take them out of the oven. I'll let them cool and I'll continue on with the rest. So this recipe really works better with the cookie rings versus not the cookie rings. These are still soft, but they're kind of hard around the edges. So it's just soft in the middle here. So I would suggest using the cookie rings. The rest of the batter made 6 cookies. What I'm going to do is, this is going to be trial and error. I'm not going to pat it down. I'm going to see how it works just leaving it like this. So into the oven it goes for 10 to 12 minutes. So to remove the cookies from the cookie rings, I'll show you what I'm doing. Got one out already. I'm just taking my finger, pressing down on the cookie, and they come right out. So you can see how easy these cookies came out of the cookie rings. So now I'll let them cool. I'll check on the cookies in the oven. And I'm just going to see if they spread out on their own. This recipe made about 26 cookies. So using the cookie rings, they actually came out better. These are okay, but they are kind of thin. So like I said, it's best to use cookie rings with this recipe. Now I'll check on them. A few more minutes and then they'll come out of the oven. Now it's time to come out of the oven. I'll turn my oven off. I left these cookies plain. I didn't put any mini morsels on there. So now I'll let these cookies cool. Now I'll remove the cookies from the cookie rings. See how easy that was? Using the cookie rings too, it makes these cookies nice and uniform. So now I'll give one a try. Really soft. Deserves a second bite. You see how easy that broke apart? They're so soft. They're really, really good. Enjoy. Well, thanks so much for tuning into another episode of Cheryl's Home Cooking and watching me make my Sonic Ocean Water cookies. I'll see you guys next video. Bye-bye.